Baby, my name is Ross Mandel, and welcome to the show today. We're coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. We're coming to you live from Mammoth Studios. I'm uncut, unedited, unfiltered, uncensored. I'm so unrehearsed today, and I am. I'm still under arrest. It's so good to be here in this nice warm studio underneath these hot lights. I gotta tell you, brr, Boca Raton, Florida. Are you kidding? I mean, look at me. I'm wearing shirts and people are wearing coats and boots and jackets. I don't recognize anybody. It's just like in the morning it's in the high 30s. What is that? I mean, it's not supposed to be that way. But I got a feeling this is not going to last. Baby, how are you? I'm just having some fun because it's not all sunshine and rainbows here in South Florida. Right now it's cold, but I'll tell you, it's pretty cool. All the women have these high boots on and these tight sweaters, and all the guys get to hide their bellies and their narrow shoulders with big jackets and coats. You hardly recognize anybody because everybody's walking around in plaid and all kinds of lovely, woolen and beautiful sort of fall outfits. Who doesn't love the fall? Now, the truth is, it's wintry, but, the most we'll give up in Florida is fall. Let me just say, hey, I want to share with you guys a little bit about what I'm going through. Okay, we talk about the economy, we talk about the government, we talk about celebrities, we talk about all kinds of craziness. I want to share with you just a little bit about Ross Mandel. It is December the 8th, 2010. The producers keep telling me, stop dating yourself. As if it matters. But I guess that's like part of the strategy. What I say is this. As you know, yesterday I did a little podcast. It was December the 7th. It was the day that America was attacked. We were bombed in Pearl Harbor. Thousands of Americans were killed. It led the entree into the Second World War, which, as you know, the United States, the European allies emerged victorious. And it led to some sort of positive industrial revolution in this country. It was really special. And we talked about Bernanke and his craziness and the fact that he's missed every single bubble and crisis in the last 10 years. But now he's doing, QE2, his quantitative easing program. Just print trillions of dollars and buy stuff. Like, that makes a lot of good sense. I mean, I can't imagine what this guy is smoking and how the people in Congress, in the White House, how we as Americans can leave this guy running the Federal Reserve. He's 0 for 10. What makes us think he's going to do anything else? Putting that aside, I was asked last week by a very lovely friend of mine if I would speak. That is correct. If I would speak at the noon AA meeting in Boca Raton in Florida, at the Boca Pines Club, if I would tell my story in front of a room full of people, it's not like doing a webcast or a TV show or Fox News or conspiracy theory or all the other stuff I'm doing. This is healing, honest, from the gut, from the heart, talking about my most intimate stuff in front of a room full of AAs, addicts, alcoholics, and whatnot, people trying to get well. What I say in there might very well save a life. It might prevent somebody from using just one more day. On the other side of the coin, you could hurt somebody. You might lead somebody to say, you know what, this program's not for me. I'm going to Tricky Dick's and I'm going to get drunk. That's how it is, everybody. So I was asked to speak, and I'm going to say something to you. I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. I have not qualified in the meeting. Not a proper half-hour, 40-minute qualification. Told my story, how it was, how it is, and what it's like. Since I got put under arrest, since I've been handcuffed and perp walked by the United States government, I have chosen to stay out of that arena and share on a more private basis with my guys, my support group, my sponsor, my sponsees, and whatnot. People I look out for, that look up to me, and people that look out for me, and so forth. And it's an honor to address a crowd. And I went and I prayed to God for him to speak through me. And God showed up and blessed me and blessed the group. And we had a fantastic meeting. It was just, it was gut level. It was wrenching. And people were affected, as, you know, most importantly, I was affected in an extremely positive way. And now I'm coming to you and I'm saying, hey, I'm giving you the update. You know, the holidays are upon us. It's a very, very tough time of the year. They say depression, addiction, alcoholism. It's a three-pronged disease. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Everything is heightened. You know, you walk around a major city, you see the decorations in the stores, the houses, the trees. It's Hanukkah, it's Christmas, the lights, the lights, the lights. You put on the TV, the merriment, the singing, and all that kind of stuff. My kids were watching Glee last night, and they're singing holiday and Christmas stuff. That's the time of year it is. It's the season to be jolly, unless you're not jolly. And today there was a lot of stuff, a lot of people coming out and talking about pain and about loneliness and about wanting to blow their head off because, you know, they lost a relationship or they're going through a tough divorce or they're estranged from their children or they have no money, so forth and so on, right down the line. I mean, any sort of issue or imperfection is just magnified this time of the year, you know, times 100. So just imagine. Next week, next Thursday, I got to walk into federal court in Manhattan and face a hostile government and what appears to be a very unfriendly judge and, you know, go through a status conference and see what's up in the case and where we're going. It looks like we're headed to trial sometime in 11, maybe March of 11. And that's going to be a fight. And I'm excited because I just don't lose the big fight. It doesn't happen. It's never happened and it won't happen. It's not even an option. But I'll say the anxiety from time to time, the stress, the nonsense that goes through it all, it's so magnified this time of year. Friends, divorce, brutal, bitter. You know, I'm tight with my wife. I'm tight with my kids. I've got a nice family and support group and friends and people that care and are concerned, and people that I care about. You know, I give love, I get love. So that's all good. But of course, you know, you have this 800-pound gorilla overhanging, and it causes a lot of stress. My question to you guys out there is, are you okay? Any of you feeling great? Love the holidays, tight with the family, looking forward to Christmas? Or are some of you stressing, hurting, down? I'd like to know. I'd like you to send me an email, ross@rossmandel.com. I'm trying to understand you, because when I understand you guys, I understand myself. It would be a blessing if you'd reach out to me or on Facebook, Ross Mandel, SSL. I'm dying to know where your heads are at this time of year. Personally, I love this time of year. That's for me. So many people say, I hate this time of year. And not everybody's got a situation where they have an overhang or a marital issue or even a financial issue. There are some people that just don't dig this sort of festivities, the merriment, the time away from their normal routine and schedule and all that kind of stuff. This is what's going on. Now, you know, I talked about Bernanke yesterday, about the government printing money. Then we talked about the government that can't print money, all right? Because they printed up 1,100,000,000 $100 bills that are no good. It's going to take them 10 years to go through them manually one at a time to see which ones they want to keep. I wonder who's getting that contract. Like to know. You know, things happen for a reason. Follow the money. When you hear this incredulous nonsense going on, inevitably, somebody's getting paid. You know, in Jewish they say schmeared. Just put a little schmear on my bagel. I always love that, you know. Put a little schmear on my bagel. That's what's going on in government today. It's going on in the prison system, Congress, the Senate. It is nuts what's going on. The grease, the smearing, pharmaceutical companies, insurance companies, the lobbyists from the unions and the auto. It's endless. It's a smear on top of a smear on top of a smear. It's like a Jewish deli today in Washington. Out of control and nuts. Let's talk about a couple of quick things. Derek Jeter, he signed with the Yankees. He's resentful. They gave him a hard time. He should be resentful. The guy's won 5 world championships. He's a Gold Glove winner. The guy's an MVP ball player. Mr. October, Mr. November. Shows up for the big game. Never an issue, never a problem. We lived in the same building for 6 years. He's a lovely, fantastic guy. Why did they give him a hard time at all? I don't blame you, Derek. You know, screw them. I mean, the Yankees, I don't understand. But they did the right thing at the end of the day, and you'll get over it, and you'll be a great ball player, and that'll be the story. On a sad note, Elizabeth Edwards died. Now, don't know much about the woman, except everybody, you know, essentially condemned John Edwards for lying, cheating, having a relationship with a lobbyist, having a baby and then lying about it, continuing to lie and cover up about it. His wife had cancer. She was going for treatments, and he lied and he lied and he lied. I got to say that he looked very, very ugly and bad. Now that she's dead 3 minutes, people are coming out and saying, well, she was a bitch. Everybody hated her. She talked nasty to people. You know, I guess when you know your husband's banging someone in the campaign staff, you might not be so polite. You know, I can't imagine you could badmouth this woman today. She's dead 24 hours. It's a sad, sad epitaph, sad commentary on what's going on. But, you know, Elizabeth Edwards, you know, I thought you were a first-class woman just based on the way you handled yourself. John Edwards, I thought you were a first-class dick, and you're disgusting and ugly to me and a lot of the American people, and I hope you disappear. What else can I say to you except I wanted to give you an update. I'm going to New York next week. I'm going to court, and I'm going to keep you guys posted. I'm going to do a special broadcast tomorrow, and I think you're going to get excited. Thank you so much. It's been a privilege to come and check in and say hey. Thank you, Boca Pines Club, for having me, and let me share my experience, strength, and hope. I love my wife. I love my family. I love this country. God is good. Thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.